Corrales.
Hey, Brad. Two questions. Did Jaylen make the trip? And what happened with Romeo?
No, he did not make the trip. There's a chance that he'd join us tomorrow in Chicago. Romeo yesterday in a drill bumped heads, and yesterday felt a little bit better after the flight, but then this morning woke up with a headache, and that continued throughout the day. And so he'll be in concussion protocol, and hopefully he feels better soon.
Keith Smith.
Hey, Brad. The Magic are essentially a completely different team than the team you played earlier this year. How hard is that to build a game plan? You don't really have anything to go off of from previous matchups, or is it really just about you guys at this point?
I mean, they've won 3 out of 4. They've played, especially in the last game, a lot of the guys are going to play again. And they've got young, hungry guys that are getting an opportunity at the end of the season. We've seen how these games go. These are very difficult games. And, anytime we play, we have to play well to win. We've talked about that over and over. And when we haven't, we've gotten beat by anybody. And when we have, we've, at least been in the ball game.
John Denton.
Hey, Brad. A lot of coaches say they don't truly know a player until they coach him. What have you learned about Evan? I know you were without him for a long period of time because of the illness, but what have you learned about his competitiveness and readiness to play every night?
Well, I would say more than anything, just his desire to play. John, he's had such a tough go here. He joins us, flies out to Oklahoma City, is put in in health and safety protocols for a day for a false positive, plays a few games, then has it, and then misses, however many, 3 weeks, comes back and is dealing with a lot and coming back, which has been well documented, but he's like dying to play. And, I think that, there are a lot of guys, that certainly are thankful for this opportunity. But he wants nothing more than to play and to try to help. And, to the point where in those first few games back, I mean, we're asking the medical staff and our doctors, is this something that we've learned about? Do we know everything we need to know about it? And, he felt like he just needed to work through it. He's felt better as the days have gone on, but he's a guy that loves to play and he wants to help us win. So that's what I've learned about him right out of the gate.
Gary Washburn.
Hey, Brad, you pointed to the you guys can beat anybody and lose anybody, and probably if you play better against some of the lower teams, you're not in this situation. Is there a mentality that guys have to kind of adapt to games like this? And even maybe, Chicago, where they're playing to beat you. I mean, and you got a bunch of young guys tonight, just like Oklahoma City, that they don't care about your record. They want to show what they can do. How tough is that to coach against a loose team like that with nothing to lose?
Well, I think, again, when you talk about opportunity, this is a time of the year where young players are getting opportunity. They get to play free, and that's obviously a scary thing. But I think the other reality is, Gary, we're not that much separated from these teams you're talking about. We're not special. So I guess my point would be, if you want to be special, be even better than we've been. And then maybe we could be in that category where, right now we're in, 7th place. That's not really a place to be playing up or down. It's just kind of in there. And so I think that ultimately we have to play well to win, as I've said all year. A lot of times in a lot of those games that you're mentioning, we were really shorthanded and we gave ourselves a chance, but didn't do enough little things, including turning it over too much to win. And we're just not good enough not to do that. And that's the reality of our team.
All right, we'll wrap it up right there. Thanks, Coach.